You're listening to Rebel Spirituality with me, Sam Goldfinch. Here's the truth. Wisdom doesn't follow rules. So each week we're going to explore what it means to wake up your way so you can live a more peaceful, creative and inspired life no matter your circumstances. It's time to blaze your unique path to truth. Hey friends, so the nights are drawing in still. It's Christmas, well it's the lead up to Christmas, winter time is here. And I was thinking, what can I record about today? And then a memory popped up of something that I read. Well, I think this would have been at university. So we're talking, 18 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, something like that. I was going through a phase of just being obsessed with reading anything and everything I could. And I stumbled across this book about Buddhism and I can kind of remember the cover. It was like a greeny colour. I cannot remember the author, so I apologise for that. But I remember being struck by one thing. I think I've forgotten basically everything else. But what the author said in the book was, ultimately we have to have the mind of winter when it's winter, otherwise we're going to suffer. And to me, that's another way of saying that it is how it is. You know, if it's a cold day, if it's raining, if it's wet, we have a choice in a sense. You know, we can inhabit the mind of summer and kind of be in resistance and be wishing that it was warmer and all of that stuff, or we can inhabit the mind of winter. And this just kind of works throughout our lives, right? Like it's I guess on a Monday we can quite often be wishing it's the weekend. I can remember loads of memories coming back. I can remember doing my ironing and stuff on a Sunday night, getting ready for work and certain points in my life and just being like, Sunday afternoons and evenings are shit because I'm kind of thinking about the week and I'd be so caught up in that. And then of course the week would be absolutely fine. But through the power of thought, I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't have the mind of Sunday. I wouldn't have the mind of a Sunday afternoon where I'm doing my ironing and getting all my clothes ready or whatever for the week ahead. So I just kind of wanted to talk about this for a minute today because it seems like there's magic in it. I went for a walk yesterday. It was 4:30. It was pitch black. And it was kind of magical though. It was misty and the headlights were kind of coming through the mist of the cars as I walked around the edge of the park and there was leaves on the floor. And I don't know, I just had one of these moments of being like, wow, look at this. It's cool. It's really, really cool. It's special every time of year. And it's true that we get affected by the seasons. And I know some people talk about seasonal affective disorder and this kind of stuff. But I think, regardless of what we're impacted by or not neurologically, we don't need a bunch of extra resistance and thinking on top. Like that doesn't help. So whatever those things are for us, whether we're impacted by the nights drawing in or whatever it might be, that extra kind of contaminated stuff that gets on top of like resisting how it is and all that, I just don't think that's helpful for any of us. And often as that falls away, we find ourselves in like a higher state of consciousness, I guess, to use a term that's often used. I notice for myself that during the winter, I don't want to stay up as late. I want to hang out, be cozy, get into bed early, sleep more, all that kind of stuff. And I want to listen to that. It makes sense to me that the wisdom and intelligence behind life has designed it that way. And then in the summer, I tend to be out a bit more and a bit more active. And we're all going to have our own kind of relationship with the change of the seasons and all of that kind of stuff. But I wonder what it would be like for all of us to just more and more and more inhabit the mind of whatever it is that's actually going on. And in my experience, when we do that, even if there is something we want to change or something a way that we want to show up in the world differently, the moment that we drop all of that thinking and just come and hang out here with what's here right now, we get way more access to wisdom and intuition and all that good stuff. So I hope you have a really cool few weeks. I'll be here obviously throughout kind of Christmas and all that kind of stuff, but I just wanted to put this one out there for the beginning of December and send you all a load of love. So I'll see you all soon.